Okay. Hello and welcome to a slightly different edition of the Anything Else podcast here from my basement.
Because what's different, because we're all the way over here and you're all the way over there.
Yeah. We're looking much more like a regular podcast at the moment, which is maybe a little bit worrying.
Yeah.
But we will endeavor to keep on with this. Honestly, I am a lot more comfortable in this lazy boy of mine.
It's because you're a lazy boy.
Yeah, I am indeed. But thank you so much for joining. As you can see, today we don't have a guest. It's our season finale. Season 2 is wrapping up for the Christmas period. And so we are going to sort of be reviewing the last few episodes we've had. Thank you so much for sticking with us through them. It's been a great time having to do this.
We've had more listeners here than on our Spotify with our bands.
Let's not get petty. And and we're going to sort of go through our regular segments and sort of enjoy them together. Good Lord. I finally got an excellently well done intro and you ruined it.
That's actually pretty good. We should just cut and paste that for all future podcasts. Welcome to my basement.
Well, usually we would start with the passion project, but I know you guys too well, and I don't want to listen to what you guys have got to say about that.
Yeah, I'm all right. I don't want to listen to Dallas talk any more than necessary these days.
So, so I'm gonna start with something for you, Alex.
What? We have surprise segments for each other today, by the way.
So yeah, this isn't so much a secret segment. I'm just gonna do who dis with you.
Oh, okay.
I tried to find someone's name, but I couldn't find it. If I can find it,
I'll... their address instead.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna go for a real classic one that I think you'll really enjoy. That I don't think we've used yet. You will know who this person really is, but I still want you to give me something more. With Boof Bonza.
Boof Bonza. I think I know who Boof Bonza actually is. Boof Bonza to me sounds like it just sounds like to me Boof Bonza is like he works at a circus or something like that. Like Boof Bonza is like the ringmaster of a traveling carnival. Like, have you seen Nightmare Alley?
No?
Oh, it's pretty good. But like Boof Bonza sounds like a sketchy ass carnival like leader from like the 1940s to me.
It does. Yeah, he's a baseball player, man.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He played for the Twins.
Yeah,
I think. Darcy, have you ever heard of Boof Bonza?
Boof Bonzer?
Bonzer.
No.
You ever heard of the Minnesota Twins?
No.
You've been to Minnesota.
You've been to Minneapolis. You probably drove by the fucking stadium.
Oh,
Is it the U.S. Bank Stadium?
Citibank Stadium, yeah.
Oh, okay.
he only went to the U.S. Bank Stadium. You just go to different banks, Dallas. This stadium is small.
No, Dallas, that's a
This
bank.
bank is small. This bank is really big.
How can I withdraw money? I would like to deposit this. Sir, this is the hot dog stand.
This seems like a good investment. Oh, it feels weird. Yeah, going through this and we're just racing through. Alex, what's the first segment you've got planned for us?
Okay, so I've got a pretty funny segment here. So one of the things we've been doing on this pod is we've had all these amazing guests on that are here to talk about things that they're experts in. They're here to educate people. So, and Dallas has been getting educated throughout this whole podcast endeavor. I want to see how much of that he's retained. So welcome to a segment I call Educating Dallas, where I would like Dallas to tell me information. We're going to give you an episode and I want you to tell us facts you remember about the guest's expertise.
Okay.
So, for example, when Christopher Vassar was here talking about Legos, do you remember any of the things he taught you about Lego?
Not a clue, actually.
Nothing?
No, not a single thing. Well, I could tell you this. I never owned Legos as a kid because I never cared for them.
Cool.
So
that's what you learned from Chris Vassar, is that you didn't like Legos as a kid. Ollie, what are some episodes you could? What's an episode you could hit him with?
What do you remember about cattle ranching from Lacey Joyce?
Meat is fresh when you kill them. You kill the cows recently. And eggs are fresh when they come out of chickens' butts.
Honestly,
very recently.
Dallas, you can barely tell that you were born and raised in cities. I would believe you walked straight off the set of Yellowstone with that sort of know-how. Okay, we'll go. Do you at least? Okay, we'll go for someone that's maybe a bit closer to your like personal love. Do you at least remember any good places to get poutine in this city?
Good place.
Did that fix anything? No, I don't know if it did. I just turned off my gate. Whatever. Keep going.
Sorry, what about the poutine?
Do you remember anywhere Christopher Lowe said was a good poutine in the city?
I just remember him talking about him getting different beers from different pubs. Like when he goes to Bud's on Broadway, he gets, I want to say Budweiser.
No.
I could be wrong, but I know he gets like Spud Light at
somewhere else.
At somewhere else.
You
But
like Spud Light.
I do like Spud Light actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just know that he just gets different beer at different pubs.
How about we go a bit more recent? Is there anything you recall from Matt Stinn about breakfast?
What's that one place he really likes?
But that's what we're asking you now.
Okay, well, obviously, that one place he really likes, I've never been, so I actually don't agree with a lot of like his breakfast opinions.
Do you not? That's a cool. You come funny now that Mattson has gone. You're finally coming after
You're
him.
finally able to disagree with him.
There's Park Cafe, which I've not. Alex, have you been to Park Cafe?
No, I haven't. I've been meaning to try Park Cafe for a while. I've only ever heard good things about it.
No, we should. Maybe we should finally make a group venture down there at some point.
Yeah. I just love brunch places. Like Dallas and I are big champions of French toast on Central. It's really awesome. Go check that place out.
And that one place we found in
In Sherwood Park.
Sherwood
Oh,
Park.
toast.
Yeah.
Toast
honestly,
in
honestly, that
Edmonton.
was a very satisfying.
Yeah, it was a very satisfying breakfast, actually. I really enjoyed that. Oh, another amazing breakfast place is if you're ever on your way to Banff, there's a Smitty's on the side of the road.
Yes.
Yeah, it's wicked.
It's a massive Smitty's.
And
too.
it's really gorgeous because it doubles as this like indigenous cultural center. Yeah.
Interesting combination.
I know, right? Oh, it's wonderful.
You're getting both sides of the Canadian experience.
And then, yeah, you're just sat there eating Smitty's, looking at the mountains out the window. It looks like a little chalet kind of thing. It's a lovely little spot. I love that.
Yeah.
I've been to Banff once.
Broken down in a van.
Yeah, broken down on a bus. Well, no, I broke down outside of Golden, and by the time we got to Banff, it was like 4 a.m. So I stood outside, breathed some of that fresh mountain air, got back on the bus, and headed into Calgary.
Hey, Dallas, what do you remember about Keisha's episode? What do you remember about her teaching you? The last episode we did.
She skipped school a lot, and I'm a mama's boy.
That's about the topic, not the rest of the episode. About the topic.
The topic of what? The
Photography mostly.
we should talk about
Photography and anthropology.
Oh yeah, well she's taking a photography thing.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
That's about it. That's all I remember.
How about Adam Beidle's crosswords episode? Do you remember anything about crosswords from Adam?
He's really good at crosswords.
Oh, lordy. Do you remember any details about crosswords?
I just remember I asked him if he knew what the crossroads was.
Yes, that was
You remember your joke from the episode?
Dallas, I feel like during that segment of the podcast, you just space out because you don't do a lot of talking. So you just kind of sit there thinking about what kind of sandwich you're going to make later when you get home.
I've got a segment for you.
Sure.
So usually we do the Who Said It, Dallas Outsider, or someone else on Twitter. Today I've got 2 rounds for you. I want to see what each of your answers. I've got 2 rounds of 3. I'm going to give you 3 tweets. 2 of these are real Dallas Outsider tweets. One of them I have made up, trying to emulate Dallas's style. I want both of you to give me a guess of which one you think the fake is. So round 1, Dark Souls was made by FromSoft because the opposite of FromSoft is too hard. That's tweet 1.
Sweet.
Tweet 2 is they call me a freak, but really I'm just freaky. And tweet 3 is y'all be subtweeting while I'm dom tweeting. Which one do you think is the fake? Which
I honestly think that's really difficult. I'm gonna go with the first one, the From Software.
Do you think that's the fake?
It's gonna say it's the freaky one.
That is the fake
Are
one.
you
Yeah. Yeah, that was me writing in the style of Dallas. I thought I got it quite well. Round 2. This one. These ones are older, so these ones might throw Dallas off a little bit. Starting this year off with the flu, so it only gets better from here. Tweet 2 is just went to see Oppenheimer, and I can't believe he actually said Oppenheimer style. And tweet 3 is, while you were playing checkers, I was playing online roulette.
I think it's the third one's the fake out.
Yeah, so
That is something he would say, though.
Honestly, I will say it's really fun trying to write Dallas-esque tweets. Dallas, if you ever need a ghostwriter, if you ever need to take a break from Twitter, let me know and I'll write.
Well, it's funny, the ones that
the
you
Ghost
guys,
Rider.
well, the ones that you guys say, it was like, Dallas, tweet that. It's usually the ones I put on the November Down account.
Well,
instead.
that was the Jason Mimosa one.
Jason Mimosa. Brunch with buddies. # Jason Mimosa.
I had another fake one, but I can't remember what I didn't write it down because I was like, well, I can't think of any other. I don't want to go through and do another third round. But I thought of a third one that was. I was like, this is an excellent Dallas tweet, and I can't remember what it is now, which bums me. When I remember, I'll send it to you, Dallas, and you can put it on the November Down one.
Oh, do we want to go back and forth on this?
Yeah, we'll go back and forth.
So my next segment that I came up with for this episode is it's called the 2003 masterpiece Daredevil with Ben Affleck. In this segment, I want you guys to talk about some bad movies that you enjoy that everybody else hates.
But if I'm talking about bad movies, I genuinely enjoy. Well, it's Christmas at the moment, and there are a lot of bad Christmas movies. Doesn't mean you stop watching them.
Yeah.
One of the ones that gets, if you look online, has been universally given negative reviews that holds a very soft spot in my heart is Christmas with the Cranks.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No.
But it is fun.
And it is a classic, you know? Yeah, that's funny.
Like, there are some Christmas movies that are, you know, I'll watch them because they're nostalgic, but I don't necessarily still think they're good. Like Jingle All the Way, I don't think is a good movie. But Christmas with the Cranks has a certain je ne sais quoi that I feel like I really enjoy. And
yeah.
mostly I just like seeing Tim Allen in Christmas movies. I think that's my favorite genre of Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite genre of Tim Allen is drug smuggler.
Yeah. What about you, Dallas? What's a bad movie? What's a movie you know is bad that you do love?
Is Army of Darkness a bad movie? I think it is, honestly.
No, Army of Darkness is usually considered campy, but it's still good.
It's still a low budget, though. Like,
That's not what we're asking.
I think it's a bad movie, but I still love it.
One movie that I enjoyed watching as a kid, and I really need to rewatch to see if it holds up at all to my 10-year-old enjoyment. Do you remember the film, also with Tim Allen, Wild Hogs?
Yes. Oh, it's funny. It's actually really
I was
funny.
going to say, would it hold up if I rewatched it again?
I think so. It's very funny. John C. McGinley's in that.
Is he?
Yeah, he plays the motorcycle cop guy. And he plays a gay motorcycle cop, and he's like, they stop off at this hot spring thing, and he thinks they're all gonna like have like an orgy. And so John C. McGinley's naked.
I just remember it was the only Jurassic Park that we owned on VHS was the third one with William H. Macy. And so I was really hyped to see William H. Macy in something else. I think the only two things I know William H. Macy for are two of his like least lauded roles. I don't know him from Boogie Nights or Fargo, though I have seen
That was way
Fargo's
before
one.
Boogie Nights too.
But yeah. What other bad films?
I think y'all know mine.
Daredevil.
I'm gonna make you watch it.
I don't want to watch it again, man.
Again, you just said you never seen it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I was trying to use it as a defense, so I don't have to watch it.
Another one I really like, but only watched it once, but it's considered a bad movie, is Kung Pao Fear Legend of the Fist.
Oh yeah. Have you guys? Who sent me, or did I just see it? There was an Instagram post where somebody said the movie Ghost Rider is
I
just
sent you the
yeah, it's just the film version of Nickelback.
the second Ghost Rider is bad.
Yo, it's one of the worst things I've ever
The
seen.
first Ghost Rider
pretty good.
is fun.
It's very good. Yeah,
It is hitting everything it needs. No, it's not. No one's asking it to do anything more
Well, it's like
than
my
entertain you.
favorite movies to go see in theaters is Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Are they the best movies ever made? No, but are they the best time in the theater? You bet your ass.
I can't remember if we've had this argument on the podcast
Almost
yet.
assuredly.
Mission Impossible or James Bond?
Oh,
James Bond.
James Bond.
I am controversially going to say Mission Impossible for the sole reason that it is far more consistent.
Fair.
There have been bad don't get me wrong,
Bond
Bond
movies.
at its best. Best Bond,
Best Bond beats the best Mission Impossible, but the
Exactly.
worst Mission Impossible is miles better.
the
than
worst. There is
Bond
only
movie.
one, in my opinion. There's only one bad Mission Impossible. That's Mission Impossible 2. All the other ones are at the very least,
Especially since they
decent.
came back and started doing them again. Ghost Protocol onwards have just been banger, banger, banger.
Yeah. I think the first one and three are a little clunky, but they're still good.
What's the worst Bond movie?
I'm gonna go for one that a lot of people say,
Her Majesty's Secret
On Her
Service,
Majesty's Secret
yeah.
Service. I do think George Lazenby is overhated, but it's still not a good movie.
No,
What would you say is yours?
that was the one I was gonna go for, but I think I would also go for like late Roger Moore.
Yeah, early Roger Moore, campy goodness. Goldfinger, I absolutely love. Live and Let
That's
Die, I really
Goldfinger's.
not Gold Man with the Golden Gun.
Yeah, man with the Golden Gun's great.
Yeah.
That kind of era of Moore is good, but then at a certain point it was like
Octopussy is a
yeah, like Octopussy onwards is very much like you guys should have fired him. He's too old now.
Dallas,
He's never seen James Bond.
have you not seen any Bond?
No, that's why
No.
one of these days we're gonna do the 52-hour Bond marathon.
One of the very first games though I played was Goldfinger. On the
GoldenEye, you mean?
GoldenEye on the N64.
Good, just all the Goldfinger's just the go-to. I didn't have Goldeneye, but I did have the original Xbox version of From Russia with Love.
Ooh, good movie.
I think it's probably my favorite of the Connery movies. I've gone on record with many people that I don't like Sean Connery as much as a lot of other people do as Bond. I think
Yeah.
he's a weaker Bond.
I disagree with that. This is another thing entirely. Like we
Yeah.
should move on. Do you want to do the questions?
Yeah, we'll do the questions. Dallas, are you ready for the questions? I like doing the questions because I always want to talk them out with our guest,
Yeah.
and I have to hold my tongue because we want to talk them out at the end. So, first one, what is your favorite Jack Black movie? Finally, get off your chest.
It was said by Earl Pereira, High Fidelity.
Dallas?
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
No one said Tropic
Actually,
Thunder. No
yeah,
one.
you know what?
I'm gonna do the whole setup thing.
He's not the main guy, but he's in the
That
movie.
scene where he's tied to the tree
Oh.
and he's like, come on, man. I'll gargle the balls. I'll stroke the shaft.
I think I'm gonna have to go. I think I'm gonna have to go for School of Rock. I think I have to go
Yeah.
boring with it. But honestly, an honorable mention goes to The Holiday.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's incredibly good in that film. I think
Yeah.
it's weird seeing him as a straight man.
I don't know if it's his first one he ever did, but it was definitely the first one I think that he was really taking notice for. Is a movie called Saving Silverman with him and Jason Biggs.
Yeah,
It's quite funny.
I need to
It's
check that
very
out.
good.
There's a lot of I feel like Jack Black's got a lot more movies than people usually take note of. Like most people know one of the big Tom Cruise or the big
King
Tom Hanks
Kong.
movies. Actually, no. You know what? I'm changing my answer. King Kong, Peter Jackson's unsung masterpiece.
It's really good.
It is incredible, and I will go on record saying that I love that film.
His beauty that killed the savage beast.
It's so good. I think they just I think everything that they added to that was worth adding.
Oh, so good.
More
It
and
defined
more.
the King Kong movies going forward.
Yeah, it did. And I think it's the best looking Kong.
Yeah.
I think they did Kong the best.
Yeah.
And also the fight where he rips the jaw off is still one of the coolest moments. Next question. Weirdest celebrity crush?
Dallas, you go.
The girl from Road to El Chapo.
Road to El Dorado.
Rodell Chapo. What's your wrestling endeavors? Rodell Chapo. Jesus Christ.
Honestly, I do want to
Also, I just want to say his weirdest celebrity crush is the Rosie Perez voiced
Chell.
Chell.
I do want to say that with this season, and I was asking this question, I was expecting majority of the answers to be animated.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like Jessica Rabbit, stuff, Lola Bunny, stuff like that, and it wasn't. And that's what I was expecting from this. And mine is both Robin Hood and Maid Marian from the 1971 Disney animated Robin Hood.
I'm going to go not animated. I'm going to go with Yvonne Strahovski and Chuck.
Huh?
Interesting.
Take that.
Yeah. All right.
Isn't that Bonnie?
What?
Is that Bonnie? No, wait, that's Brad of Chucky.
No, Chuck's the TV show, Dallas, with Zachary Levi.
Not
Yeah, I know
Chucky.
that. Yeah, it is a TV show now, but it used to
No,
be a
not
movie.
Chucky. Not the horror films with the doll. That's Chucky.
Oh, I thought they shortened it after the movies.
Yeah,
You're
they just-
so stupid. You're doing it on purpose.
No, I swear to
I'm not doing it.
People think you're a character that we wrote. They think you're an actor.
I get a lot of people criticizing that we've jumped the shark with Dallas. Okay, what's your comfort food? Dallas, what's your comfort food?
burritos.
Yeah?
Yeah, I could eat a burrito like breakfast, lunch,
What is your
dinner.
what is your perfect burrito? Like what is going
mucho
in?
burrito.
But what's going in it?
Chicken, guacamole, beans, rice, cheese.
How
hot-
spicy?
Medium to hot. You know.
Yeah. Alex?
Homemade fries from my deep fryer, but not made that night, reheated the next morning.
Interesting. Like refried?
No, microwave.
Oh, you
I know, right? I shouldn't
that's
be
what we're
that
here
way.
for.
I
That's what-
shouldn't be that way, but yeah.
I think for me, I'm gonna have to go a little bit sentimental and say the stews and the
My
sausage
mum's blood
casserole.
pudding.
Well, my dad's the stew my dad makes and my mum's sausage casserole is really what.
Sausage casserole.
Yeah, man.
What an English thing to eat.
It's why I had loads growing up as a kid, and I still love it to this day. For things like,
On the prairies, we do hash brown casserole.
Yeah.
I've been
amazing.
like promised a hot dish or a casserole. I've yet to have one while I've been out here. Actually, it's one of the few things I've not yet
I'll make
experienced.
you a casserole for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Prairie casserole.
But-
I'll make a hash brown casserole.
But I
Yeah.
do. But also, like, if I'm making something for myself that I know I'm just gonna enjoy for the next couple of days, a really nice homemade mac and cheese.
Nice.
Go all out with a bechamel. I love making bechamels.
Yeah.
You ever had a croque monsieur,
No.
Dallas?
What's that?
It's a ham and cheese sandwich with bechamel, and you put the bechamel on top of the sandwich and then broil it.
That sounds amazing.
It is fantastic. And if you put an egg on it, it's called a croque madame.
Oh, I've had the croque madame.
Yeah, the croque monsieur is like the croque madame with the egg.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Next question. When given the opportunity between the elevator and the stairs, do you take the stairs?
Stairs.
Stairs if it's my limit is 3 floors.
After living in my old apartment on the 4th floor and only having stairs and having to take a lot of furniture
Christ,
up and down
moving
it,
you out was hilarious.
I don't
He was wheezing. I thought he was gonna die.
I don't ever want to. I will still take the stairs, but it's a begrudging take the stairs.
Like, wow, that was hilarious.
Oh, wasn't it my
I
best?
thought you were about to pass out and need oxygen.
I used to live on the 8th floor when I lived in Vancouver one time. And just the thought of the elevator breaking down and we'd have to like escape, I would be like, no, I'm just gonna die up here, you know?
I remember a guy I was friends with. He lived on, I think, like the 7th or 8th floor in one of the places in City Park, and I was like, and then we were going up the stairs and stuff, and going up the elevator, and I was like, oh, what would you do if the elevator broke down? He was like, I wouldn't go to work, man. It's not like going down; it's coming back after work. I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So at least we're not alone in. At least you're not alone with that. Dallas. Next question: who has the best tap water? I always say who. It's where has the best tap water.
Saskatoon's improved quite a bit.
It's not bad for city tap water.
I'm gonna actually go with Stoon.
Dallas,
BC.
I haven't been
Where-
to many
where
places.
in BC?
All of it. All of BC is good. It's that they all have good mountain water. I just love mountain water so much, man. I miss mountain water. Why can't we have mountains here? in
Because we don't have
Saskatoon?
mountains. We live in the flat bit. Wonderful. I don't have hills. I'm gonna have to say
You already said yours.
no. Malta's not. Malta's not good water. That's what I was saying. It's not potable water.
Oh.
It's all desalinization.
Oh.
Highland water, Scottish Highland water is fantastic.
What about the water in Derbyshire?
Peak District, Buxton water's pretty nice actually.
Oh.
Yeah, the water in Derbyshire, not the water in Derby. The water in
What about the
Derbyshire is
water
pretty
in
nice.
Charlton?
Ugh.
What about the water in Birmingham?
The water in Birmingham is not that nice.
The water in Dagenham and Red?
Definitely not nice. Tideway water. Absolutely not. I really should have prepped an answer for this one because I don't know what I'm going to say, so I'm going to have to think of something on the fly. If you won the chip flavor competition, what chip flavor would you make?
My seasoning salt.
Yeah. What about you, Dallas?
I feel like a cinnamon or something sweet. I really like the idea of a dessert chip. You know, I would love like a cinnamon crusted
You want
chip.
like a cinnamon toast crunch?
Yeah, cinnamon toast crunch chip would be
What
amazing.
sort of chip would you use as a base? Would you go for like a ruffle or would you go
Kettle
for?
cooked.
Kettle, yeah, it'd be like Lay's.
I like the idea of like a ruffle. Even though I'm not a big fan of ruffle chips, I find that they're best for like stodgier flavors because they hold in your mouth a little bit longer. I'd love to do like a complete roast dinner, but not like.
Interesting.
But hear me out. It's not. This chip tastes like gravy, meat,
Yeah.
veg. Some of them taste like veg. Some of them taste like meat.
Oh,
Some
so
of them
if you get a
taste-
handful of them, you'll ideally get the whole table.
Exactly.
Fascinating.
I do like that idea. I wish more chips done that, where they do separate flavors inside one bag.
Yeah, or maybe like you do them
Says
all.
the
but
guy who, when he opens a bag of munchies, he just eats the Cheetos.
I don't know. There's a lot of like nacho cheese flavors, but I find that I want a really cheesy flavor and a really spicy flavor that's not like a flaming hot Cheeto. I want that one that tastes like jalapenos or something like that. I just haven't found a chip like that for me. Maybe I'm missing one.
Maybe.
I don't know. Let me know. Write in and let me know.
Yes, write in on the podcast that's not coming back for a while.
Yeah, we'll have a listener mail. Have we received an email yet?
Oh, actually, sorry. Make sure I fit it in here. So Adam Beitel did respond to our poll. He was the only one that did. Adam Beitel wanted to know from each of us what would be, if we could invent one, what would be an app game we would develop?
Flappy Bird 2.
There's already been a Flappy Bird 2.
No, it's an official one though.
There was one called Iron Pants that was just like Superman, but it was like Flappy Bird.
Huh. I don't know. An app-based video game.
I just want to do Age of Empires mobile, but how it should be.
Yeah.
Not the crap they just put out.
Crusader Kings Mobile would be fun.
Yeah.
I want to make a Flash app game where you can just play all the classic Flash games, like from addicting games and stuff, into one app.
Cool.
What was your favorite Flash game, Dallas? I feel like you played a lot of them.
Kitten Cannon.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alex?
Probably one off YTV.com. Probably Improbability. It was a game where you played as an imp and you went trick-or-treating.
I think I'm going to have to go for a classic with Happy Wheels.
Yeah, Happy
that's
Wheels was
true.
But there was one I loved when I was a lot younger called Divine Retribution. That was you played as a very muscular preacher shooting demons. It was great fun.
I think you can.
My mum didn't like me playing it.
I think
Sorry,
you can
Mum.
play it Happy Wheels in an app now.
Fair enough. I know you can still play Happy Wheels. I went back to it like about a year ago just to see if it's still up, and it is.
Yeah.
I didn't really play it, but just good to know it's still there.
Still fun.
Yeah. Back to the regular questions though. Thank you, Adam Beitel. If you've got anything else you want us to talk about on the podcast when we come back, email us.
We come back.
Stop being such a negative Nancy. What is the best?
We're all gonna die
tree?
anyway.
Best tree is a Fraser Evergreen.
Yeah. Why?
Because it was my Christmas tree we had every year growing up.
Nice. Dallas?
I want to say cherry blossoms, but I also recently remembered the time. I also remember monkey trees,
Oh,
monkey
yeah.
tail trees.
Monkey puzzle trees.
Yeah, those are great.
There was one name on my way to school that I used to pass by, and it was just one in the middle of non-monkey puzzle trees. For me, the chestnut trees that were at the bottom of my grandparents' street.
Weird.
used
No,
to
I
go-
meant to say word.
There were 3 of them. I think they're still standing.
I meant to agree with you, but instead I vehemently disagreed with you.
Actually, Dallas, I want to know your answer to this because Alex and I have had a disagreement about this because basically we had. I've realized it's whatever you had as your childhood is the proper way. Artificial or real Christmas tree?
Artificial. I don't.
Why don't we
think-
save that for the Christmas special?
Oh, I should do. Okay, we'll save that for the Christmas special. Wait for the rest of our answers then.
Yeah, I'll bleep my answer out.
What household item would you like to have a chat with?
My toaster oven.
Just no whites on one.
Tell it it's time to go.
What about you, Dallas?
See, I've been thinking about this for the longest time. I still don't really have an answer, but I will say probably my cat toys, so that I can find them under the couch.
So I can scream closer.
Marco!
closer. Marco Polo with your cat.
I think I'm gonna go for the the big enameled pot that I have because it's what I cook everything in. I just want to know what's his favorite thing for me to cook in. Does it mind that I deep fry in it? I want to know.
Word.
Weird.
I got it right.
I realized a lot of people on that question went for kitchen items,
Yeah.
which is pretty common. Which is fair enough. I think it's the thing you probably interact with the most that you think of as an appliance. Because what else do you apart from your Turlet and stuff, what else do you interact with a lot?
My telly.
Yeah. Didn't someone say they want to watch their TV?
I don't know.
I think so. I think it was I think someone said they wanted to beat their TV.
What's next?
What chain restaurant has the best bathrooms? And again, we'll extend it to any sort of like chain you'd find on,
Well, co-op
on a road trip.
honestly is the one.
Yeah, if you find a good co-op bathroom, you're pretty much
Shout
set.
out Wynyard Co-op.
Yeah.
I want to say Moxie's because they have the little TV screens.
Hardly. I think we're meaning more fast food.
No. Co-op is not a fast
No, but
food,
we
though.
extended it to sort of like the idea of anything you'd find on a road trip. Like, what's the best like?
But like Moxie's is chain fancy.
Okay, and what is co-op?
Are you saying co-op's bougie?
I'm saying it's bougie, but it's not fast
what's your
food,
favorite
though.
bathrooms? Oh, the keg. Like Dallas, we're meaning more places that you can go in and just use the can and leave. You can't go to a Moxie's and just go take a crap.
No, we've got time. Dallas, I want to hear what you love so much about Moxie's.
They got
bathroom.
the TVs at the front of the urinals
Oh,
that
Jesus
shows
Christ.
the.
So does any sports bar.
No.
Yeah. Well, I'll take you to Taps right now.
What's the worst bathroom experience you've ever had, like on a road trip?
Oh lordy, I don't know.
Not,
Probably.
I don't want to know about your like bathroom disasters and that, but like, what's the worst bathroom you've gone into?
Probably a McDonald's somewhere.
I try to avoid McDonald's bathrooms as much as possible.
Yeah, I've been in. It wasn't a McDonald's. I was in a gas station. I can't remember the brand, like somewhere in the US, and it had one of those ones that it was like an outbuilding toilet, like on the you had to go in from the out the side, and it was unlocked, and there was nothing in there. Like there was a toilet, but there was no toilet seat. There was a sink, but it was full of. It felt like I was in Silent Hill. It was
Crazy.
Didn't use it and just held it in for a bit longer. You know, every man has its limits. And the last question, and the last time I'll ask this question, sports? Question mark?
Absolutely.
Baseball.
That's the thing. Most people during this question is shit on baseball.
And also, nobody's picked up on the fact that this is a Viagra Boys question. Not one person picked up on the Viagra Boys of it all.
Like Alex, you've gone on the record a few times about enjoying baseball, having played it, watched and stuff.
Yeah, I love baseball.
And we're both fans of soccer, football for the English listeners. Dallas, what is your actual stance? Are there any sports that you do enjoy watching?
Without us.
No.
Without us, you wouldn't watch sports.
Yeah.
If you were in a bar, say for whatever reason, and
There was a
you
sport
could
on
put
TV.
you could put you had to put a sport on.
Here's a question. Here, or let me reword this question for you. If I were to go to the Moxie's bathroom,
Yeah.
and use the urinal,
What would you want on TV?
Which sports?
Yeah, which sports?
If there was a sports on different urinals, which one would I?
Which
Sports
urinal
on
would you
crap.
go to?
I would go. Well, it depends if the St. Louis Blues are playing, and it depends if the St. Louis Cardinals are playing. I would go to those.
Don't like those teams though. You just pretend. You know nothing about the organizations. You don't know how they've been.
He knows
doing
that. Hey, he knows as much as the average Chelsea fan knows about that.
Oh, you got him.
So yeah.
New laugh unlocked.
All right, well, I guess we'll go back to me. I have a segment here. So this segment is called Dallasophacy or Dalosophy. That's what I'll call it. Dalosophy. So in this segment, I want to get Dallas. This all started because we were hanging out one time and Dallas had a very hysterical reaction to Schrodinger's cat, the philosophical problem.
Oh yeah.
So I just wanted to get Dallas to react to more philosophical problems and
Or like explain
explain them to me. Like, have you ever heard of Pascal's wager, Dallas?
Pascal's wager? No.
Yeah.
What do you think?
First of all, what do you think Pascal's wager is as a philosophical thing?
Pascal wagers things to you, but in a Pascal way, which I think Pascal is kind of like in a Spain, I want to say Italian, Spain region name. So he's probably gonna give you a wager, but he's gonna like do it with his hand gestures.
It's a Mediterranean casino, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you know.
So what? It's a roulette dealer that goes gabagool? That's what you think Pascal's wager is? So
Black Giuseppe is the
Pascal's wager, as defined by this website, is it's this idea that, okay, you are not religious. However, you meet your local priest who says you should be. His argument is as follows. If you believe in God and God exists, you go to heaven. If you do not believe, you risk the possibility of going to hell. Your earthly life is rather short. However, the afterlife is long. Therefore, you might as well believe in God because what's the harm kind of thing.
The idea being that there's two possibilities in the world. There is a God or there isn't.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in a God and there is no God...
Breaking our no religion rule on the last episode.
Well, this is... We're talking about the
philosophy, I guess.
There is no harm in not believing in God because and it doesn't... But also there's no harm in believing in God because it doesn't change anything. But if there is a God... Your belief in God, obviously, well, if you go by like a general Christian
That's
idea,
like saying if you don't believe in roulette, you get less of a chance of winning. But however, if you do believe in roulette, you get more of a chance of winning.
That's not at all what that's saying, but sure, I like it.
I believe I'm gonna get.
If I
Dallas
believe hard
Ranger.
enough, I won't lose $146 on Baccarat because Dallas is an idiot. I'm gonna put that on the Patreon someday. Moron.
Maybe we should just start one of those gambling pages where we just put down a certain amount for as many followers as we get.
So here's a new one. Here's a different one for you, Dallas. It's the ship of Theseus or Parfit's teletransportation problem. What do you think that's about?
The ship of Theseus?
Yeah.
Or Trigger's broom, if you're
the ship of Theseus is a ship that you that's in theory planned to be built before it's actually built. You know, it's like a ship that's written in paper, but not actually a ship yet.
And what about it? That's it?
Well,
It's Schrodinger's boat?
it's like, yeah.
It's putting the ship before the sea. It's putting the cart before the horse.
So the ship of Theseus problem is the idea that if you have a boat and during the life of the boat parts break down and are replaced, how many parts can you replace before it's a new boat?
Oh, that's a classic one.
Or does it ever become a new boat?
Well, also known as the Band of Theseus, because like you get bands that like each member leaves and stuff. Is it still the same thing or not?
I'll put it to you as this then, as the Parfit teletransportation variation. So a person steps into a transportation machine. The first part of the machine scans the body and vaporizes it, destroying it completely. The second part prints out an identical version of the person. Is that the same person who's been teleported?
You lost me.
Okay, so Dallas,
you have a teleportation machine.
Have you seen Star Trek?
No.
So if you have a teleportation machine, you walk into Ollie's closet over there, it'll vaporize you, but Dallas, an exact copy of you appears in Vancouver.
Is that the same you?
Is that the same you?
Well, it depends if I'm conscious or not in Vancouver. If it's
Well, this is the
if I'm not.
The idea is that
Have you seen The Prestige, Dallas?
No.
Watch more movies.
Basically the idea, Dallas, is that like the you that walks into that closet has ceased to exist, but a you that is identical in every way except is in Vancouver has now come into life. So there's still always a Dallas.
But is it you?
Is it still the same you?
Well, you know, I might as well. If I'm not conscious in it, then I was like, well, okay, I'll just let someone else take the wheel. You know, take the mental
Gervais
wheel.
and Stephen Merchant once asked Carl Pilkington that question: if there was a clone of you, like, what would you think of that? Basically, and he just said, "How would I know which one I was?" I'll give you one more, just a philosophical quote, Dallas. This is from Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, very famous philosophy book. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing.
Well, yeah, because living is more scripted than it is in.
Living is kayfabe. I won't commit suicide. It'll break kayfabe. Tells that to a therapist. I have suicidal thoughts all the time, but don't worry, I won't act on them. I don't want to break kayfabe.
If you think about it, the trials and tribulations of life are just one Royal Rumble after another. Aren't we all just truly on the road to WrestleMania in one way or another?
Ollie, back to you. This segment's staying if we come back. If we ever come back, I'm doing that segment more.
We should wrap it up and get into the.
Yeah, we'll wrap up. But Alex, have you got any other segments?
I was just gonna get Dallas to define some large words for me. Dallas, this is called defining Dallas. This segment, Dallas, what does the word avuncular mean?
Avuncular.
Avuncular.
Avuncular. Avuncular.
I can use it in a sentence if you'd like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can you use it in a sentence?
Yeah, can you use it in a sentence? For me?
That man over there has pretty avuncular qualities.
Okay. When they have all that vunk in their trunk.
My favorite thing is you're closer than you have any right to be. You're not super close, don't get me wrong. Like, you're still hovering like a 30%. Avuncular is as of or pertaining to uncle.
Oh, okay.
So usually if you describe someone as avuncular, they're kind of like a slightly paternal figure, like pretty joyous and familial,
Okay.
but
Dallas, how about the word baustrophodon?
Balstrophodon.
Yeah. Ollie, use baustrophodon in a
oh
sentence.
fuck, this is gonna be hard. He wended his way through the field in a boustrophodon manner.
Okay, it's Mike Tyson's wording of saying "strap it on."
Baustrophodon.
A little further off the mark on that one. Boustrophodon is a style of writing that refers to as the ox plows. So you know how a lot of writing is left to right, and then
Yeah.
like some is right to left.
Like
Boustrophodon
manga.
is left to right, and then right to left, and then left to right, and then right to left. So it wends.
It's
like
a choose
that.
your own adventure.
Kind of.
Cool.
Sure. What a jolly time. What a fun season.
My final segment that I had was Ollie, just give us one. It was my segment's called Lie There and Think of England. Ollie, give us something in England that just does not translate to North America that we would find odd.
Well, the one that's kind of come up recently with you and stuff that you finally cottoned on to, that the word there doesn't seem to be an equivalent word, is chuffed.
Yeah.
To be chuffed. Because it's not pleased.
Or it's satisfied.
It's
but
like
it's more than
it's
satisfied.
sub-smug.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's smug satisfied.
Yeah. Yeah, chuff doesn't exist here, and it's not one of those words that I ever thought I'd have a problem with using, and
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
There are certain words that I know I'm going to have a problem with using.
Like baustrophodon.
Yeah.
The Thraphodon.
Marketh. But strap it on. Strap it on, Marketh.
It's Boustrophodon, Mark.
It's avuncular, Marketh. Marketh, this is positively avuncular.
Actually, Marcus has avuncular qualities towards
Mike
Tyson in Mike Tyson Mystery. Yeah. Any more segments for the
No,
pod?
I'm out of segments, but I don't know. It's been a fun ride.
Dallas?
It's been good.
Anything else from you?
No.
Anything else you want to say on what could ever be the last ever anything else podcast?
Subscribe to Outsider Radio.
You're a dickhead.
Yeah, if you we might pop up.
You know what? Don't subscribe to Outsider. Don't reward
I'm
him.
trying to get 1,000 subscribers.
Well, we might if we
He's
do
too
end up,
tired to do podcasts anymore, but he's gonna try and get subscribers, guys.
Yeah.
there's gonna be no new content, but subscribe in case there is. No, we might do some other little like
Ollie and I
one-off
have
projects.
got some ideas of stuff we're gonna do.
We'll
without
drag Dallas into it in the
No,
new
we're
year,
not.
maybe.
He's not coming. Punishing him.
We're gonna make our own podcast channel
Yeah.
bigger and better than before.
Punishing
Yeah,
Dallas
Black Chicken
for his
hookers.
insolence.
Probably, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. This has been the Anything Else podcast.
Thanks, Adam Beidle, for listening.
And I think we've managed to once again not talk about music, which is good. So thank you so much for joining. Hopefully we'll see you again sometime in the new year. Thank you very much.
And thank you to Ollie's Basement.
Yeah.